Good day, beautiful people, and welcome to our political tarot live stream. My name is Alexia, and I'm a psychic healer and also a certified holistic medicine provider. Welcome today to our live stream. Before we get started on reading on Justice Brett Kavanaugh, who is actually currently under investigation, let's go through a review of what's been happening over the last 6 months. So, in March of 2021, I read that there was an anniversary of a huge a clan meeting and a clan group. And their plaque is actually installed in the Denver International Airport in Denver, Colorado. And I wanted to just review a few things that have happened since then. My tarot reading said that there was a meeting in Texas of the GOP along with a visitor, a foreign entity, someone like Kimlik from Russia, and they were putting together some sort of a plan. And basically what's happened since the anniversary of that, the Grand Master Hall's ordination, the districting in the districts of the state of Colorado have changed, and Lauren Boebert's district has been moved to a very heavily blue Democratic area, which is Boulder, Colorado. So Lauren Boebert's district has been redistricted into another area where she has extremely low chances of success for winning her reelection. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. Then a lot's been going on in Texas since March, of course, and part of the reason why I am so passionate about the investigation on Brett Kavanaugh is I think we're all quite aware of the abortion laws that were passed by the GOP in Texas. I never got that they were going to stick. So I'm not like really up in arms about that. I think that they're going to be overturned because the bounties are unconstitutional. And that's just my personal opinion. But what's interesting was that, first of all, the SCOTUS, the Supreme Court justices, all 9 of them, met very late, like in the middle of the night on a Friday night while nobody was looking, in order to basically uphold the ruling in the state of Texas. And of course, Justice Amy Coney Barrett and Kavanaugh, along with, I believe it was Gorsuch, all voted in favor of keeping the Texas abortion laws in place. So let's face it, if the Supreme Court has been bought, which is very likely, both the Supreme Court Justices Brett Kavanaugh and Amy Coney Barrett are most likely not legitimately placed in their positions, then we don't have a checks and balances or functioning 3 branches of government per our United States Constitution. So it is quite interesting that I've been not the only one who's been putting a spotlight on Brett Kavanaugh. And that's why I took the time very late last night to clean out the energy of my altar And I wanted to let you know I have this beautiful healing candle, and I would like to send you the aromatherapy of the tangerine essence. And this is the healing chakra, the fourth chakra, heart chakra. The heart is the center of our chakra and is the center of our body, as the center of our emotions. So today's focus is on healing emotions. Yeah, it's actually Constitution Day. Woohoo! And just to give everyone a heads up, hi everybody, it's great to see you. Thanks for coming to the live stream today. I will be speaking a little bit about Nicki Minaj and Trinidad. Did anyone see that tweet about the swollen testicles and Nicki and everybody? I mean, oh wow, that was so funny. Okay, hold on a sec, you guys. Hold on. I'm going to be remarking about Nicki Minaj's tweet and the fact that she was not invited to the MetGala because she's not vaccinated. I understand you needed to be vaccinated to attend. And she, of course, was probably really missing out on all that attention, and she kind of upstaged everybody with her tweet. Wow. So just to let you know, I think it's the president of Trinidad or is the prime minister of Trinidad has confirmed that no, it's not true. Nicki's story about the guy who got vaccinated and then his girlfriend dumped him because he had swollen balls is completely false. However, it's an internet, oh God, an internet sensation for the week. So I will timestamp this for everyone on replay. And you're welcome to introduce yourself in the live chat, say hi, and let us know how you're doing today. Wonderful. Today's big question is, who paid Brett Kavanaugh's debt? Because we know that he suddenly had enough influx of cash to actually pay off his debts just prior to his appointment to the Supreme Court. Now, this happened about 2 years ago. And I asked the question, who paid off his debt and why? And I shuffled and I shuffled and I shuffled and I shuffled until I got these two cards on the bottom, a reverse 3 of Swords, which is a betrayal gone wrong. So it's like a hidden betrayal, because an open betrayal is like stabbing you in the heart. This is more like stabbing someone in the back, or an open betrayal is actual why they chose to put him there, and who these people are who paid off his debt. So the question is, who paid off Justice Brett Kavanaugh's debt? And I kept shuffling until this Knight of Rods, which is an army, was at the bottom of the deck. And I said, aha, this isn't one person who paid off his debt. This is a conspiracy. The definition of a conspiracy is 2 or more people working together to commit a crime. So the Knight is a group. This is a group within the United States government. The suit of wands represents people who have been elected. Okay, these are elected officials. So I'm calling them you will see in a second the name, which is a very popular hashtag. Who paid off Brett Kavanaugh's deck? This is the essence. I use a Nostradamus spread, which uses 5 cards. The first card is the essence position. The 2 of Swords. Blind justice. Okay, this is blind justice. This is a heartless, emotionless crossroads. So at the top of the reading is the crossroads. In the center is the actual literal card of the Who. Now, what's very interesting is we've gotten a clue from the universe, and thank you, universe. Thank you so much for sharing this with us, that this is a conspiracy. This is a group of people who are working together. In the original deck, and this is the Roger Greer deck, by the way, this is an American deck. This guy named Greer made this deck. The original deck, which the Roger Waite Tarot is based on, is from Nostradamus. Ta-da! Good old Nostradamus. And he was in a 16th century AD. The deck is from 1555 AD, the 16th century. And Nostradamus actually developed the set of paintings which were later used by Roger Waite to create the traditional tarot deck. Well, what Nostradamus says is the 8 of Swords is actually the suit of stars. And the suit of stars is a mentality. It's a psyche. It's not a person. So when we say who paid off Brett Kavanaugh's debt, it's the people who have this mentality. What is the 8 of Stars? The 8 of Stars is actually a siege. I did a huge reading on this in 2020 before the November presidential election. And I asked, is there going to be a siege at the White House? And the answer was, it was huge. Yes. This is the insurrection. The 8 of Swords are the people who breached the Capitol, who were within the elected members or officials. This is known as the Sedition Caucus. Now, there are other people involved who were very instrumental in the January 6th insurrection. Some who come to mind who are known to have been on the grounds, and I'm talking not about the rally, we're talking about what happened on the grounds of the Capitol. Roger Stone, Josh Hawley, Ollie Alexander are all, and also recently one of the seditionists who was arrested had been plea bargaining to and admitted guilty to delay of proceedings, which is an act of sedition. He was in the military stack, and his prosecutorial recommendation is for a sentencing of 5 to 6 years. So when we ask who paid off Brett Kavanaugh's debt, this army of elected officials used key members, key citizens, key members of the Oath Keepers, the military. This man who I just spoke of is USMC. He's a Marine. Now, he's one of the people who was arrested from the military stack. These are all leaders. Now, normally an 8 of Swords says that this person is arrested and going to prison. This means prison, not jail time, actual federal prison in this case because these are federal crimes that were committed because it was breaching the Capitol. So people are starting to go to prison. Some of them are being held in jail awaiting trial. For example, that lady Pauline somebody, who claims to be a sovereign citizen, has now been remanded into custody as of a few hours ago. Her hissy fit and all her claims were just like, I believe the judge claimed that the woman could not be forced to do anything or follow any of the instructions of the court, and therefore she has been remanded fully. So the leaders of the insurrection on January 6th are somehow connected or the same exact people who paid off Kavanaugh's debt. That's what this card is saying. And what it's saying is highly possible. And this is what is a foretalents, and we thank the universe for sharing with us this, that whoever paid off Kavanaugh's debt could actually be found guilty of a crime and going to prison. This implicates that that person is going to be indicted and found guilty and go to prison. Why? Because there's a crossroads whether or not we're going to be expelling the sedition caucus. Josh Hawley has got a huge spotlight on him right now. And in the state of Oregon, Representative Mike Neerman was expelled for opening the doors to rioters in the middle of the certification hearings. So the other members of the state legislature at the Capitol in Oregon, the state of Oregon, actually expelled Rep. Mike Neerman. So the essence of this reading is the great crossroads between the traitors and those elected officials who have all taken an oath and have sworn to uphold the United States Constitution. And today is Constitution Day. That is the decision they have to make. Are they going to take power and hold the seditious government elected officials accountable, or continue down the path which we are currently experiencing, which is that all these members, Josh Hawley, Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Kevin McCarthy, are all currently seated in Congress. Now, keep in mind, during the time of Abe Lincoln, President Lincoln, during his time, they did not reseat those congressmen, those elected officials who were found to be traitors. They did not allow them to return to Congress. But right now, the choice was, we put these people back in power. We enabled them. Okay? So even though there's the January 6th commission, bipartisan, and this is a bipartisan, justice is blind. She knows no party affiliation. She has no loyalty. Justice is blind. And the truth has this nasty way of coming out. Keeping the truth under wraps is what the one party is trying to do. See how they're trying to keep the truth underwater and keep it submerged. Oh, let's take a second to say hi to everybody. It's been so long. Hi, Marie. It's been forever. Hi, Cardomancy. Great to see you guys. I'm just reading some of your responses. Oh, yes, my niece actually was affected and she recovered after about 3 weeks. And she's back in her PhD program because last year in Massachusetts in 2020, the breakout closed down her program. And she's getting her doctorate in medicine. So she's back to university. She did complete her internship this summer. Hallelujah. And then I basically told her through the grapevine to quit that job that exposed her to the pathogen because she was doing a very hazardous, high risk frontline worker job, and she was infected before the vaccinations came out. And then unfortunately her father, who's my brother, who it's very interesting because he's a master airline pilot, and of course the travel industry was very seriously hit economically in 2020. And so my brother was able to negotiate an exit strategy as a pilot at a major airline. And he took on a master pilot job distributing COVID vaccines. And unfortunately was exposed in one of the red states when he was distributing vaccines and also caught it. So both my brother and my niece are frontline workers, and yeah, they both caught it and they both recovered very well. Now, thank goodness we're all vaccinated, so it's not like a big deal. And I can't speak online whether or not they're vaccinated, but yes, I really appreciate all the prayers that you sent to my family because, yeah, my brother, he's the guy who, you know how you see those op-eds, especially when we first had President Biden take office, of all those giant planes landing? Yeah, my bro is one of those pilots on one of those giant planes, getting those, the major set of distribution going. And that was actually in April of 2021. Yeah. So I know. So thank you. And I'm so blessed, and my family's so blessed that we're able to recover from it. Okay. Unfortunately, I lost, though, my other cousin in Wisconsin since now. Did anybody else lose family members yet? You're welcome to share in the chat stream so that we can send Reiki. Okay. So moving back to the Supreme Court and why I am so motivated to keep my focus over the next month or two on Brett Kavanaugh. Yes, Amy Coney Barrett's confirmation was sloppy, and she's actually not technically qualified to be on the Supreme Court. But the fact that Kavanaugh is essentially caught with his finger in the pie makes him a much better person to investigate first. And so very recently, regarding who paid Kavanaugh's debt. Okay, so this is like the before card position in this deck. This would be before he got confirmed. Before Kavanaugh got confirmed, you see this? He was loaded with debt. See how he's got all this debt? It's hanging over his head. It's in his bank account. It's underneath his skirt. He was absolutely loaded with debt. And this is the card of holding a position. So the people who paid off Kavanaugh's debt were holding these loans and debts over his head. This points to extortion, like they were threatening him. okay, regarding these payouts. And so here he is holding the payouts, but he did it under threat, okay? So these people who paid him are not nice. These are not good people. They didn't just offer to do something helpful. They have an agenda. And so I pulled a double set of cards. As you can see, there's another set of cards under here. And so we're going to find out who they are and why they paid them off. This is the present moment of Brett Kavanaugh's debt. Okay, so we got the news. This is an op-ed in the news that says we're going to investigate. Okay, it's so emotional, right? Okay, everybody's excited. I'm excited. Woo, woo, woo. We're going to open an investigation. This is like opening a can of worms. It's like worms falling out of a cup. All these tears, all these sad MAGA tears. You can't actually impeach a Supreme Court justice. Oh, yes, we can. It's been done before. It turns out it's not a precedent. So the news is the op. The news is the operand. Who's involved? The media. The media has to get its viewers, get its clickbait. It's got to pump out its news. And when Texas, because this all goes back to Texas, everybody knows it. Hi, Keisha, great to see you. What set this whole thing off and why everyone is so PO'd? Hey, it's because of the abortion, the new abortion. I'm just going to call them women's health policies in the state of Texas, just because I don't want to use that word too many times. Okay, so we've got an attack on women's health policies in the state of Texas. And like I said, in the middle of the night, like nobody was looking, like they wanted no credit. They wanted no credit. Oh, don't let us get credit for anything. In the middle of the night, the 9 justices met and voted to uphold the Texas abortion ban. Okay, so this is the news about Brett Kavanaugh being investigated. I think it was put out about 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Now, this also speaks of the truth because an ace means the truth is coming out. Remember how I keep saying the truth has this nasty way of rearing its ugly head? What I'm getting from this is there was pressure put on Kavanaugh to accept the payout from the people who could be getting arrested for fomenting the people in Congress who were under threat of arrest. Okay? And the fact that the op-ed came out 2 weeks ago that sure enough, there's begun an investigation into Justice Kavanaugh. Okay, money, money, money. Okay, this is, once again, who paid off the debt? These are the guys who paid off his debt. Okay, now let's look at this number here. This is, a double set of 8s. 8 is counting votes. 9 votes is 9 SCOTUS votes. So what would happen if Brett Kavanaugh's impeached? There will be 8 SCOTUS votes left. This is an outcome card. This is implying that there's a lot of people who are freaking out because they're afraid that when SCOTUS Justice Kavanaugh becomes impeached, there will be 8 justices left to vote on the court. And then I do believe the tiebreaker goes to the Vice President, Kamala Harris. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, Maria says that the truth is coming out. See, the truth is spilling over with the Ace of Cups. This is overflowing, overwhelming emotion, overwhelming amount of truth, overwhelming. This is This is smack in the face. You know how like the Ace of Wands is like the 2x4, like getting hit over the head? It's like a wake-up call. This is spilling, the truth spilling out. Oops, liar, 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 pants on fire. The truth spilled out. In the Nostradamus deck, this is the card of the Holy Communion. This is the Holy Spirit card. Right now, I keep getting this over and over and over in every single reading. There are energies at play which are beyond the scope of humankind. I'm not saying they're gods or angels. I'm not saying it's science or Mother Earth. There are forces at play larger than humankind, all mixed together in the end means, like COVID, it's a great equalizer. The truth is blind. Justice is blind. See that? We've got a double set of eights and a double set of blind. This is once again the same person. Somebody who paid off the debt is blind. Literally. The truth is overwhelmingly flowing. It can't be kept. There's no lid on this truth. Okay. The Eucharist, this is the Eucharist. See that beam of light is the body of Christ's consciousness, the Christ consciousness. So there is an overwhelming energetic consciousness that discerns between reality and non-reality, between truth and deceit. And this is truth that beams forth the overwhelming and the overflowing amount of worms. See, these are actually worms. In this case, these are worms. It's like they can't keep hiding the truth about Kavanaugh. He is a betrayal to the United States Constitution because the United States has 3 co-equal branches of government, and they're not working as 3 co-equal branches of government once the Supreme Court is compromised with dark money and dark money secrets. Wow. Okay. Now, the character, I'm really good about getting the character of these people, and I almost never have upside down cards, so it's like to have a reverse card is really freaky in my deck. What are the character of these people who paid off his debt? They're actors. They wear costumes. They're players. They are not who they say they are. See how they're wearing a mask as like a masquerade. They're not who they pretend to be. And that is kind of like the Sedition Caucus saying that, telling all those untruths and just pumping out conspiracy theories like bread and butter. So the character of these people is to co-opt in a conspiracy fashion a set of facades. And once that veil of untruth is taken off, okay, then we get to a reverse Ace of Pentacles. The people who paid off his debt, they don't want a fair Supreme Court. They want to control the vote at the Supreme Court. This is the character of the people. These are the character of the government officials who are involved in paying off his debt. They want the hand. See how they want the hand, how they're taking the upper hand over the justice's vote, they ultimately want to control the vote of the Supreme Court. There's also something that's very interesting about their character. You see the Red Rose, they're necromancers. They, how shall I say? They revere that which is the bloodlust. Their bloodlust is what drives their passion. So that Red Rose reversed is a romance gone wrong, and they're essentially saying that this is a necromancy, that they are in love with the death and destruction in an extremely pathologically emotional way. And that is kind of like the so-called pro-life crowd. They're a very necromancy, single issue voting crowd. So as you can see, taking advantage of this so-called necromancy of pro-life, where they're pretending and playing the costume of being pro-life while it actually romancing the death of innocent women and children. The character of the people who are paying off Brett Kavanaugh is the reverse King of Swords. So this is somebody who should be in a position of power in the Justice Department who's gone wrong. These are rogue entities of our government and elected officials. So the character of these types is these are rogue police officers, rogue judges. These are people who are rogue anti-constitutionalists. And finally, they have the 6 Wands mob. Now, in a character sense, what this says is they're bullies. They carry the weight and the power of their positions at Congress to claim that they're victorious in this, so-called pro-life mandate in the state of Texas. But in fact, they're bullies. They've got their fingers in the pot of somebody else's best interest. Now, who these people are really, really points to inside the government. So who paid these debts off is an inside job. Okay, you guys? Now, why did they do it? Well, it's a hidden betrayal. And like I said, they want their hand to influence the vote. Okay, now here we go. Here's the big reveal. 10 of Pentacles. The sun in the center. The moon. Oh my God, now we've got the sun and the moon. The Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, this is a lot of pentacles, you guys. It's like almost all pentacles. It's like all swords, all pentacles, and a few rods. This is like very, very focused and directed. So why did they pay off his debt? Okay. These are elitists. The 10 of Pentacles says we already have everything that we need. We must maintain status quo because we are in a power position that we cannot let go of. Okay. The truth. Why did they pay off his debt? Oh, this is very, very intense card to have in this position. They paid it off because of a relationship with a foreign government. Kavanaugh was appointed long before the coronavirus. This is the new justice sitting in his new position. The son is the monarchical class, which overrules the class of the people. So this is saying that they would like to position themselves through the Supreme Court to become the elite class. They essentially want to eliminate a class of citizens. Wow, that's really, really intense because it's right next to the moon. Okay. Before they paid off his debt, they were screaming and yelling and everybody trying to figure out how to start the power play. We remember Trump was setting up this coup d'etat all the way back when he positioned and appointed, when he nominated Kavanaugh, right? So at that time, Trump was already setting up to overturn the certification of the election. That's why they put him there. They wanted to hold on to their position of power and not have a free and fair election. They wanted to be able to overturn the results. We remember that. It was kind of brain dead obvious. I don't think that that's really a psychic hit. The Queen of Pentacles is the prosperity of the United States of America. These are the justices who are on the court. This is actually like a Ruth Bader Ginsburg energy. So when this whole confirmation hearings and appointments were going on, we could see the health of RGB was waning. The sedition caucus that essentially established this power grab at the Supreme Court was looking ahead towards replacing Ruth Bader Ginsburg, really, with Kavanaugh's confirmation. That's what this is saying, because they anticipated that she would be leaving soon through death. Here's the army, the people who have the money. This is the army, the people literally handing over the money to Kavanaugh. Here, pay off your debts. But they did it like almost like an extortion. Like they really pressured him into it. He must have known on some innate level that this was going to come back to bite him. Now, the character of these people positioning themselves, because I think it was really a lot more about overturning the certification of the election through court, because Trump kept talking about he's going to take it to the court, and he filed 60 lawsuits which were overturned. So this is Donald Trump, the candidate, saying, I'm going to need help before the November 2020 election, because as you can see, my ship has sailed, my ruin and my fortune is gone, and I cannot legitimately win. And I'm pretty sure that the people from the GOP also knew that he can't legitimately win. Hold on a sec. I've got the delivery guy. Hold on one sec, you guys. I'll be right back. Hi. I'm live streaming, so take it to the back quietly. Sorry. Okay, that was a student. Okay, so this is Donald Trump, the candidate. I think that the GOP knew way in advance that Donald Trump was not going to legitimately win his reelection bid. The ship had sailed. Those are the poll numbers, like dropping like crazy. And everybody knew that he was demented. I mean, it was just so obvious to everyone there. And this was their power grab. That's the character of the people. They were literally taking advantage of Donald Trump, the candidate, in order to get Kavanaugh in. See, Donald Trump's candidacy was just tanking, okay? These are people, congressmen, elected officials who are afraid of losing their position. And so it's a huge power grab to maintain control. Here it is, mixing the election results. Raffensperger, right now, I just have to mention, did anyone see the statement today from the desk of the former person, the former guy, who is saying that they're going back to Georgia right now? Because obviously this whole thing's being investigated. So this is the state of Georgia, and how Donald Trump in advance knew that he was going to call these people up and say, hey, look, just change the votes, just make it look like it, find more votes. These are people who were working in advance to put together the plot, essentially, to just certify fake election results by whatever means necessary. And this is a very immature crowd. The character of these people and what they want what's known as the expedient means. They want to be able to bake their cake and eat it too. Is that the right saying? They want their cake and eat it too. It's like they don't want to do the work. They don't want to, I know it sounds silly, but they're concerned that their reliance and dependence on their constituents could turn on them. And they don't want to be feeling in such an unstable position. Yeah. And so that's why they paid off Kavanaugh's debt, is essentially their motivation is behind maintaining power, because they can literally witness the control of the court, the control of the elections slipping through their very hands as we, the people, go to attack gerrymandering and begin redistricting. And what with the census that was put out in 2020, I believe that even my state, the state of Oregon, will be gaining a seat. And I think California possibly loses one. Oh, hi, Katrina. It's great to see everyone. So thanks, you guys, for showing up after such a huge break. I literally took 6 months off, and we're going to be talking about all the great things that happened while I was away, because basically I got a huge project, which I just finished up, which went really, really well. So now, once again, I wanted to, and I'm going to put up the timestamp on this for people, and I probably won't be able to stay on super long because that was my student. She's come back home, and she has to hog the broadband so she can study, which is great because she's like a total A student. Yay. I'm so lucky. My family is so cooperative and such brave heroes during a pandemic, studying at home. Okay, so Nicki Minaj. Who saw Nicki Minaj's tweet? Who saw Nicki Minaj's tweet over the weekend? Or on, when was it? Wednesday night or something. Oh, it was so funny that as soon as I saw that tweet, I just logged off Twitter and was like, I feel complete. And then I went to sleep and I literally woke up 3 hours later choking because I was laughing so hard in my sleep. Like, how many people laugh in their sleep? And then I had to get up in the middle of the night and laugh so hard that my guts were sore the next day because, I mean, oh my God, that was hilarious. I know, like, oh God, nobody believed it. So what was so funny was, okay, so basically there's paraphrasing, it sucks. What Nicki said in the tweet was just killer. She's like, oh, everybody pray about it or whatever. But what's so funny is that Nicki Minaj has a cousin who has a friend who has enlarged balls, okay? Yeah, and is blaming it on taking the vaccine. So that was like night one. And so we're all laughing because it's like so freaking obvious, because now the guy's crying because his fiance called off the wedding because of his swollen balls. So like less than 24 hours later, Tucker Carlson is like put out this freaking little 50-minute news blip. And it's like, hey, guy in Trinidad, if you're out there, we're going to fly my team and we want to interview you. I want to meet you. I want to meet you. It's just like, oh God, no, Tucker, you cannot upstage Nicki Minaj. Sorry, by flying to Tobago. And then, of course, today, the Prime Minister gave the official statement that, no, it's not true. Oh, really? Okay, so this is what I think. This is what I think about that whole thing. And this is what I think. So let me put this. I think Nicki's butthurt because she couldn't go to MetGala. And so she upstaged them on Twitter. Yeah, because, oh God, I really mispronounced this woman's name. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez went to the Met Gala in a gown that had some unusual writing at the back of her gown. And she was like stealing all the clickbait. And boom, Nicki Minaj, like, oh God, comes out with this stupid AF statement about her cousin's friend. Oh God, people. So let's just take a look at Nicki Minaj's butter because she didn't get it to go to Met Gala. Oh God. The woman is an artistic genius. I mean, she knows how to tweet a viral tweet, that's for sure. Nicki Minaj's viral tweet. Is Nicki Minaj butthurt because she didn't go to Met Gala? And that's all we have time for today because the students do have to get back online for another class. Is Nicki Minaj butthurt because she couldn't go to Met Gala? Is Nicki Minaj butthurt because she couldn't go to Met Gala? What a joke. I have to. Here we go. Up. Make sure I got the cards up. Okay, here I go. Is Nicki Minaj butthurt because she couldn't go to Met Gala? Is Nicki Minaj butthurt because she couldn't go to Met Gala? Is Nicki Minaj butthurt because she couldn't go to Met Gala? Oh, the red carpet. She missed her turn. This is a community gathering, a party. It was a huge love fest. That's Met Gala. And that's the red carpet where everybody got videoed with their unusual outfits. calls Nicki Minaj butthurt because she couldn't go to MetGala. Oh, she didn't. Okay, bottom line, everybody wants what Nicki's got. See, here's Nicki giving out her little tweets and her little, give me the love, Ms. Minaj. Okay, so she was alone for the Met Gala. Okay, there she is hanging out by herself instead of being at the party. Why? Because she was so black and white. She made the choice. She made the choice which side she wanted to go on. The unvaccinated. But she also decided that it was a good idea to stay home for her health. Now, that's a smart girl. What this is saying is the real reason that she stayed home was because she didn't want to get sick. She's smart. This is nobody who's butthurt. No, she's not. She, like I said, she didn't go because she's smart enough to know that she could have got sick if she went to the party. That's a wise woman. But I have to admit, this is her little tweet getting all the clickbait. Like, oh, hey, Nicki, I'm watching your post. That's hilarious. Thanks for coming, everybody, today. I will be putting up videos again. I'm super thrilled. And I'll have a chance to show some pictures of the beautiful new project, which I just completed putting in an entire landscaping job. It's like a $15,000 job that I did. Okay, you guys. Love to all. Namaste. Thanks for coming. I'll be seeing you guys soon. I'll be putting up videos, and I'll be seeing you guys again on the live streams here and also at Z Queen. For all of those who are in the know, I'm also very, very enamored with the Queen's Tarot and Z Queen. So we love her also. Send my love to everybody who hasn't had a chance to be here in a while. Okay? I'm so glad to be back, Marie. It's so great. It's so fun. All right, you guys. We're going to be really, really focusing on the Supreme Court here in the next 2 months, because without 3 co-equal operating branches of government, it's bad news. It's a bad news. Bye. Namaste. Love to all. Bye. Bye. Namaste. Have a great day.